Hi, I'm Rob Hansen, the current head of school of the Leelanau School. I'm recording this video for all our Leelanau alumni to give them a sense of the current state of our school. Thank you for watching. When I was a child, my father often talked to me about baseball. He frequently would talk about the great hitter Ted Williams, and he'd say, Rob, Ted Williams could actually see his bat hitting the ball. Well, this was sound advice for a young wannabe Little League star like myself, but this wasn't just a story he told me when we were on the diamond. It seemed like it was something he'd say at the most unexpected and precarious moments of my life. I've continued to learn throughout my career that the biggest challenge for any organization or any individual is to keep your eye on the ball. It's easy advice in good times, difficult advice in hard times, but it's in those hard times when it's most important. It's knowing what the ball is that can get confusing when times are hard. For an enterprise with a 95-year history, Leelanau has seen many, many more good times than hard times. Those good times are found in the memories of alumni, the demonstration of their success and happiness, and in the effort and community being continued by the students on this campus today. The hard moments leave traces too, as we've seen course corrections across decades, either in response to financial situations or business strategies or economic downturns or instructional evolution. But the ball does not, has not, and will not ever change. The ball is the marriage of the mission and its current students. The very reason Leelanau was founded, and the unwavering intention of the school throughout its existence to ignite a passion for learning through academic rigor, positive social engagement, service, a culture of acceptance, and development of personal wellness. If we remain focused on helping those who come to us seeking a more productive path forward and a launching pad for a life of purpose and contribution, we will always be needed, worthy of support, and we will flourish. So who are those students of yesterday, today, and tomorrow that we're reaching out to serve? Quite simply, everyone who wants a meaningful, challenging, and liberating educational experience. And who doesn't? Who doesn't want purpose in their adolescent years, consistency and expectations? A team that accepts, validates your worth, and offers structure, support, and training to become the brilliant person your maker intended you to be. Certainly everybody deserves it, but not all know it's possible. Businesses can fall into traps of chasing certain demographics and market niches instead of focusing on the quality of their product for the good of all. Our product is a meaningful and comprehensive adolescent experience. Academics, residential, communal, physical, emotional development on all fronts of life. When this school has done well, grown, nurtured a good reputation, and was financially stable, was when the focus was on the education of children, all children. When this school has struggled has been when it's chased after some sort of transient trend, magic bullet, or prioritized aspects other than the quality of teaching and learning. It is simple. Teach well. Serve children and families. Graduate people into the world who in turn will support the same for the next generation of learners. Be important in people's lives. The value of these things has not waned in 95 years. On the contrary, the value has only increased. Free schooling has followed the false path of standardization, where extrinsic rewards attempt to train students like dogs, where academic competition and the need for speed leave children anxious, where responsiveness becomes a luxury in a 30-person classroom, where support is something you have to qualify to receive. The distinction between what is humane and productive versus the public trends is extremely loud. Dissatisfaction with the standardized and bureaucratic is growing and is being recognized as causal of childhood anxiety, apathy, and school refusal. This is particularly true of motivated students who want their high school experience to be engaging and purposeful. For talented students who simply need a bit more executive functioning help in order to get their hands firmly on the wheel of learning. For students who are bored and unchallenged, for students who simply can't qualify for the type of academic and social support every child is entitled to. For students who, in companion with their academic work, want a residential curriculum to better prepare them for their independent future. These are the students we are desiring to serve yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and they are sitting in every chair, in every classroom in the world. Now, not all are going to want to go to a boarding school. Not all are going to be able to afford an independent education. Not all are going to want to subject themselves to the love and attention you can't hide from at Leelanau. Not all are willing to adhere to our code of conduct and expectations of citizenship. But while we'd love to teach every child in the world, our institution's success doesn't require that. We just need a very small number to sustain our operation, provide for a diverse and enriching community, and allow us to continue to do teaching and learning well. Our retention rate is extremely high. People who come here, experience the value, benefit from the place, engage with the community, the structure and support, they stay here. The increase in enrollment inquiries we've been receiving in the past 3 years indicate that we're doing a better job of describing who we are, how we teach, who we serve, and the value we can offer families versus free public schooling. And the referrals from alumni, parents, educational consultants are helping this process as well. Which leads me to COVID. Obviously, the pandemic was devastating to the entire world. We were worried about each other, our staff, our students, our alumni, their family, their wellness. Knowing what was the best thing to do next was often a guessing game. The quote we have been referencing around here is that when it's dark and foggy, we can only see as far as the headlights, but we can make the whole trip that way. And while I don't know if we've arrived just yet, we did make the entire journey that way this year. We were face to face, living, laughing, and learning as Leelanau always has. Yes, we had masks, we minimized transitions home, we bubbled our campus, but we did it. We were in the river, we were in classrooms, we were producing art and making music, we were giving presentations, we were going skiing, and engaged in debate and deep discussions. We dined, we celebrated together. We had the Leelanau Challenge, we jumped in the lake on May 1st. We celebrated on Graduation Green the accomplishments of our senior class. Last year at this time, we faced the devastating loss of our summer revenues, which is our biggest and most important means of raising money to support the school year. That was $250,000 that evaporated overnight. But our alumni stepped up and filled that revenue gap with their awareness and their generosity. We worked hard last summer to prepare our campus and the staff for the mitigation strategies that would be required to keep us healthy while a pandemic raged outside of our campus borders. Such strategies increased our expenses, but our students needed us open, and they needed us face to face. More than ever, during the time of fear and compassion, Leelanau was essential. Recruitment of new students last spring and summer was understandably difficult. Making a leap to a tuition-based boarding school is a big step in good times. Add in the health risk and family financial security threats of a pandemic, and recruitment was tough. So the pandemic put a pause on the enrollment growth we were experiencing, but the financial obstacles were navigated via development, smart financial management, access to federal emergency assistance, and expense control. We sit here today, having emerged on financial solid ground, in spite of the enormous challenges of the past year. Throughout it all, our students and staff thrived academically. They were growing in knowledge, self-confidence, and character, while so many students in other places were barely treading water at home, relegated to online learning platforms. The instructional energy and creativity was put on full display through our marketing efforts. Satisfied parents spread the word, and we are anticipating a large and young enrollment class coming in the fall. While the pandemic threw us for a loop and off projections for growth, we did not lose ground, and in fact emerged stronger and with a clear value proposition heading into the future. When working on a tight budget, maintenance is often the first thing to get deferred. We have a beautiful campus that serves our staff and students well. It is historic and sanctified by the efforts of generations of hardworking students and staff. We owe our facilities more than we have been able to give them over the past decade. In spite of the great challenges of the past year, we were able to make significant investments into facilities that haven't been seen for decades. Through generous alumni, community partners, and parents, we've been able to upgrade our fleet of vehicles, refurnish Pine Brook Hall, add a new plow truck, a new tractor, rebuilt the boardwalk, upgraded our IT infrastructure, updated our greenhouse campus, and most notably, renovated the Carmen Student Activity Center. In the meantime, we've continued to pay down some really old debt we inherited from decisions made long, long ago, while continuing to expand financial assistance opportunities for needy families. In terms of fundraising, we have more than doubled our development revenue through the past year, mostly through a professional approach to improved outreach, expanded our databases, applying for grants, and diversifying the means by which people can support the school. As alumni, I hope you're experiencing greater frequency of communication from our alumni office and via social media. We're working hard to expand our connections with alumni and our historical archives. And we ask for your help in keeping us up to date on your address, email, and your stories by visiting our website, using the online forums, or simply giving us a call. Strategically, we are on the right path, instructionally, financially, and philosophically. We have a team of enthusiastic and talented experts caring for, challenging, and helping our students. We are graduating people who know themselves, are not afraid of success, and are eager to make a contribution in the world. As a nonprofit organization, we will always need the support of people who recognize the significance of our work with children and want to see it last forever. Please stay close. Follow us. See what our students are doing. Let your neighbors know about the great school on the shores of Lake Michigan that has been offering the right and refreshing approach to teaching and learning for over 95 years. Offer your prayers and financial support to the current and future students who are hiking the same trails you hiked, experiencing the same care and respect you felt, who are bravely pressing out of the same comfort zones you once clung to, and who each night watch the sunset over the Manitous just as you did. They are worthy of our energy and of your support. Thank you for listening.